Good morning, Jack. Again, Raymond Walker. That's all, folks. Hey, Raymond Walker, good to have you here. Thanks for having me. Seems like a dope channel. This is a dope channel. Please hit the subscribe, like it, share it with your friends. Tell everybody 8 o'clock Eastern time. Get your ass out of bed. And don't hit the snooze button. Rick, good to see you here this morning. Let go of, I like this, Rick. Let go of 1, I released from yesterday. 2, gratitude for all that is good in life. And number 3, set my focus like binoculars on the top 1 to 3 things. Wow. Thank you, Dr. John Page, dropping nuggets here this morning as well. And I see you all in the horizontal feed as well, nation. So I see both on the horizontal side. I see on the vertical side. We're here this morning with Dr. John Page. Listen, let's get deeper. Dr. Page, leading in today's market isn't just about metrics. It's also about meaning. You work with a lot of professionals who are killing it in business, but struggling to integrate deeper purpose into their work. Dr. John, what's the disconnect that you see when you work with your clients? Where's the gap between success and significance? Dr. John Page.
I'd say there's 2 things. One is self-sabotage. You call it whatever you want, imposter syndrome, that they feel like they don't belong or they shouldn't be there. But they'll do things that will embed them in their past patterns, right? They want purpose. They have a purpose deep inside them, and now they've reached a position. Maybe they're a manager, a director, VP in the C-suite, whatever it may be, and they feel afraid because they can't really truly be themselves. And so they're putting out this false self to fit in with the boundaries that are there. And so they're losing their purpose, and they know they're losing their purpose. And so they give themselves negative self-talk. I'm such a loser. I didn't stand up for what I believe today. I'm just a shill for the money. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that puts them in a spiral and puts them further away from living in their purpose. When if they were just their true, authentic self, that purpose comes through and people will respect that. People may not like you or agree with you, but they will respect you if you stand for what it is you believe in, whatever that may be. When you are wishy-washy, if you're milquetoast, people can see that. It's like having AI do your comments on LinkedIn or whatever. People know it's bullshit. They know it. They know it's fake. They know it's just manufactured. It's corporate lingo, blah, blah, cotton candy, fluffy puff. People don't want that. People recognize that. They could get fluffy puff at the state fair. What they want is you.
Authenticity.
Yeah, and it's got to be real. And if you're not aligned in your purpose, why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? If it's just about making money, fine, that's cool, but that's only going to last you so long. You've got to be about something else. You've got to be about a higher value. And if you're not living that, you're never going to get to your purpose. That's what I see in people. They sabotage themselves to fit in.
Well, go ahead. Sorry. You know, so fast, Dr. John Page, about what you said, and I kudos to producer Flynn, what I'm going to say next. But she said, "Hey, Keith, check out the Martha Stewart documentary or the show over the weekend on Netflix," and I did. And I bring it up for 2 reasons: how authentic she is as a human being and the success she's had as a result of it. Right. So there's 3 people I'm going to throw on the table right now that are super authentic, and one a lot of people don't like, but that's okay, because what happened last week, there is not perhaps a more authentic human right now in North America than Donald J. Trump. An American. No, and I'm not trying to put political. I'm just saying that he showed up and said, "This is who you either like me or you don't." And a lot of people said, "Yeah, we like you, so we're going to vote for you." There is truth in that. The authenticity, like me or not, I'm putting it out there. Dr. John Page. Marty.
I was just going to add quickly, and when you are authentic, this applies to everybody, but it applies to Trump too. Even if people say crazy things about you, it's going to make those who liked your authenticity like you even more, no matter what. I don't know why that is, but it made people love him more anytime something came out about him.
But it's true, and I don't want to offer color on whether it's right or wrong. I purely want to stand what Dr. John Page said, which is a lot of people struggle with imposter syndrome. Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, and Donald J. Trump do not struggle with imposter syndrome. Not one of 3. They don't. They're like, here's who I am. Here's what I'm all about. You either like me or you don't. If you don't like me, it's okay. You can go over there. And Dr. John Page is power in that, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Look at what's happened with Snoop Dogg. Yeah. He was the mascot of the Olympics.
Yes.
These are world-class, best athletes in the world. And what everybody remembers is Snoop Dogg everywhere. Yes. Right? Because he was authentically Snoop.
Yes.
He wasn't being anything else. He wasn't fitting into NBC's Olympic. You got to be a broadcaster in this way.
Yep.
He dressed how he dressed. He said what he said. He did what he did. He went and did whatever he wanted. People like that. And they gave him that job because they knew he would be Snoop.
But that sets the tone, though. And again, I just don't want to make this political. I just simply want to set the stage. That just continues to set the tone for authenticity. If you're going to watch the Olympics for 2 weeks and watch Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg be absolutely real, then how are you not going to vote for some person who's real? I'm just sorry, because you're being conditioned to do that.
Yeah.
Like you are. That's just the fact of the matter is, okay, that person's real. So however you vote, I don't care. But when you see authentic people show up in front of you, we tend to gravitate towards authenticity, don't we, Dr. John Page?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you think about the person who's mattered in your life outside of your parents, okay, outside of your family, a teacher, a coach, a mentor, a business helper, whatever it was. Somebody in your life, probably one, maybe two people, they mattered to you because they were who they were. And you saw that. And
Yes.
it mattered to you because what they showed you was you can be who you're supposed to be. You're a man from this background with this knowledge and this stuff. You're a woman with this background and this knowledge, this stuff, whatever it may be. But they showed you don't have to conform. The world is filled with status quo. We have a lot of status quo. It's boring.
Yes.
The people who stand out, the people who matter in our lives, who make an impression, who make impact in our lives, are those who are in some way unabashedly and unapologetically, that's a big word for a Monday morning. Jeez. They are who they are.
Yes. Yes.
And we
yes.
look at that and we're jealous. We're like, God, I wish I could be that real. But we're afraid. That's what I see in people. They're afraid to be who they really are, because if they are, people will judge them. They'll look down on them, whatever.
Yeah.
And my thing is, just if you're quirky, embrace the quirk. Don't quiet your quirk. Be quirky. Be weird. Keep it weird. But just be you. People like that.
And you, Dr. John Page, I want to say this to you, man. I invited you to this show and I saw you in the comments on LinkedIn because I love who you are as you. And I know we had a little technical problem this morning and we missed out about 12 or 13 minutes with you. Flinner, we got to get Dr. John Page back. Marty, John, this guy, I can just tell he's got nuggets just loaded inside of his body to throw onto the table. So I would love to invite you back next week, the week after, sooner than normal, actually, because I want to continue this conversation with you. I believe you have a lot that you can offer our audience. You just dropped nugget after nugget, but the most important nugget, I can tell you right now, cotton candy fluffy puff. Dude, like that's got t-shirt merchandise written all over it. We got Flinner dropping in with the comment of the day. We got Mike McQuillan dropping in with comment of the day. But Dr. John Page, come back and hang out with us again sometime, will you? And how can Business Athlete Nation find you, connect with you, and where can everybody get a hold of you right now?
LinkedIn profile, Dr. John Page. It's right there.
Awesome. Will you come back and hang out with us again? We got to keep the show rocking and rolling here. You'll come back again and hang out with us?
Absolutely. This is the best Monday morning I've had in months.
There we go.
Listen, there's a standing invite for you to come back, but you got it. So since we're all friends now, you just got to figure out how to control the camera at the beginning of the show there. And don't take advice from Anderson because he'll just set you, he'll make you look that way.
No, I like it. It's cool. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. John, would you say I could get fluff at the fair? I like that.
You can get cotton candy at the fair. We don't need
There
it
we go.
anywhere else.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
All right, nation, go connect with Dr. John Page on LinkedIn. And I promise all of you, we're going to have him back. We just did not get enough time with him. So we're going to get him back next week or the week after and dig into more conversation. He might become the resident pastor because I don't get the sense that Dr. John Page is like your traditional pastor, Marty. So I know exactly.
No, here's the one thing that people have told me at place after place. They're like, you're not like any pastor I've ever met. And I'm thinking, thank you. That is the best thing you could say to me.
It's a compliment.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, he's actually saying, shit, no, I'm not the regular pastor you think I am.
Get me started on pastors.
Oh, God.